Got another beautiful day here, and I'm spending most of the day on disassembly. And one thing I'd like to point out on the 240SX convertible vert is how to get your door handles out. This is what the back of it looks like, and you've got those two 10mm nuts, one there and one on the right hand side. And I already took out my tumbler, which is pretty easy. It's just got this little ring holding it on, and it nestles in that little slot right there, and I have it sitting out because I'm going to put it back in once it's all painted. And I'm not going to go crazy painting this, and well, I actually might. So this is like kind of like one of the weird things to paint. I was going to take off this little plastic gasket, but all I did was move this spring end to the side. It normally sits right in here, and you got when this is in the car, you got two bars holding it on. You got this one. The bar is going to be sitting in there like that, with the hook end in there. So you just push this away from the rod. So then your rod's like that, and then your rod will be able to come out. This one is much easier, although I didn't know it, and I did it a much harder way. But for this one, all you do is you fold this up and then slide out your rod. And again, this rod will be in there like that. So this folds up on the curve, and the rod will be able to just slide right out that way. And you'll be doing all this right in here, in this hole right here. That can get you, yep, see that hole right there? That's where your 110mm is. Yep, that right there. And then your next one is you're going to be coming in right up through that hole right there. And these are the rods I'm talking about right here. You're going to have to loosen. Car's been down, out of commission for a while, right? No motor, no battery, and you need to get your windows up and down. So a little trick is you get your little 18-volt battery, and I know this thing doesn't run off of 18 volts, but this will get it done. Or if you have a power probe, which I don't, but this acts good enough. All right, this is my window motor right here in my 240, and you can follow the wires up. It goes right into the motor. So I don't know what direction it's actually going to go, but I got a little ahead of myself and put my window down before taking out my door handle, and I can't exactly get to the bolts with the window down. So here we go. Just like that. The window's up. Once I got my door handles out, I'm more looking at the car, visualizing how I'm going to be painting it, taping it, where I'm going to be taping everything off. There's going to be like a trim piece that covers this, so I'll just tape it up right against this like horrible hack job of a convertible conversion. Thanks to the company that did this. And this is my radio antenna, and I'm just going to take it off. And what you do is, you see there's two holes there. You make like a special tool, or if you need to, you could just like take your screwdriver and, you know, hammer it around like a chisel. But mine was already pretty loose, I could do it by hand. Loosen that. You have this, wiggle that loose. Then you're left with this. And I already loosened up most of this stuff. You got two bolts down here, you got these two bolts that held in the piece for the jack right there. And this bolt, take that out, take this out, and then you're gonna have your radio cable here. Oh! And there it is. But that's how you take your antenna out. And I'll probably cut out a circle for this on my plasma cutter, weld it up, filler it, make it smooth. Alright, so I'm going to cut a plug for this hole. Measure at the largest distance. 0.9 inches. Let's go see if it fits. Off the press. Like, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That's like a damn near a perfect fit. My plug here that I cut out on my plasma cutter. I use a magnet. Place this in there, put a magnet over it, tack it up. That magnet is incredibly strong. Shoot a couple tacks on, go from there. Hopefully I got a good ground. Guess we'll find out. There it is. Much better on, I'm not going to touch it because it's blazing hot, but much better on this side. That side was real chunky. Finally started to flatten out over here. But either way, grind it flat. You're supposed to do this like in a much slower fashion than me, because you might warp your metal. But it's my car and I'm just gonna, it looks okay. But flatten it out, body filler, and that'll be shaved. Alright, knocked it down with the flap disc. There's definitely a divot in there. But otherwise pretty smooth. Smooth enough for filler.